everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to today's program. Like every other day, we're poised to bring you guys something interesting. Guess what? You guys have become my family. I'm telling you. I look forward to talking with you guys. I look forward to discussing with you. I just look forward to, you know, um, going through issues together with you because that's every other of my program. I've had to reschedule it to happen after this our daily meetings. So today is a day we are dedicating to feedback. We want to hear from you. We don't want to get carried away and think that, oh, you know what, we're doing so perfectly well, or get bugged by the fact that, oh, you know what, we are not getting everything direct, we're not getting everything perfectly well. We just want to hear from you guys, want to hear you ask questions, want to hear you make suggestions, direct us on where we should be going, what you expect us to be doing. Honestly, today is an open heart. I want you to call in and sincerely speak to us from the bottom of your heart. What I want people to know is that, you know, doing this broadcast, it takes a lot from you, like preparing, getting ready, thinking about the topic, doing your research, doing all of that. It takes some hours in the day. Then you come and sit to do the actual broadcast. Sometimes it lasts more than 2 hours. You guys know how it is. So it actually takes a lot of time. So when people call in, after interacting with people here on the show, we when you go back, you don't want to continue, and that's when a lot of people actually call you. People call you after the whole thing. They want to continue talking, and we want to move on to something else because now this is not the only thing that we do. So we prefer that it's when we come live on the show that we actually discuss things. That's what we want to do. We want to use it as a time when we actually discuss issues, get people to call in. So please, we really appreciate if we can talk during this period. If we can talk, if we can get a feedback from you. We have a very great show for you guys tomorrow, a very very important one. We're going to be having, like I said before, we're going to be having the leader of the World Igbo Congress, their chairman, board chairman. He said I shouldn't call him, he's not president. Anyway, he's going to be here and he will be talking to us about the fund they are trying to raise. Okay, so he's going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be bringing that to you guys live. They're going to be doing a fundraising. It's called Igbo Preservation Fund. Igbo Preservation Fund. Don't forget also, I've been digging into my roots. I've been focusing a lot on my roots. As you guys know, I'm an Igbo man from the eastern part of Nigeria, the Biafran uh, land, as we call it, and I'm a proud person at that. Okay, so I'm digging in. I'm learning about my people because it's always good to start from the ground up. There's so many issues going on in Nigeria. There's so many things we want to change there, but sometimes when you're just out there trying to do your bit, trying to affect the change that you want, you have to make sure that you understand where you're coming from. You know the reason why you're doing what you're doing, and you are carrying everybody along. Okay, that's what we've been doing. And Nigeria as a project is failed completely, totally. I had a guy call me yesterday, and he called me from I think it's from California or so. He called me and he was telling me a lot of things that are wrong and wrong. And I asked him, "What do you think should be done like tomorrow? What's the next thing that should be done tomorrow?" and he found it difficult. And this is after we've had a very long talk. Okay, so that's why it's always good to engage. We must continue to engage and engage and engage. Let's talk about things. Let's share our opinions. And it's not just about Nigeria. Let's talk about where you are, because everything around the world, they affect each other. What's going on in America is affecting cities around the world. Believe it or not, the protests in America is affecting what's going on in Nigeria. So it's important that we talk about these things. I want you to call in. When you call, we want to hear from you, and get a direction as to where we should be going. What we do, I and my wife, and every other person that contributes to what we do, we see it as a civic responsibility. Okay, we this is just this is who I am. This is what we've been all about. If you know me from the get go, from my school days, um, everywhere in church, my business, this is what I've always been. This is how I've always lived my life. I don't know how else to do it. Okay, so some people may think, oh, he's just doing it because he's doing it to make money from YouTube. Go and ask any YouTuber. Before you actually begin to make serious money from YouTube, you have to have, like, I don't know, 300,000 um, uh, subscribers, and not just that you have 300,000 subscribers, you have to be making content, like you see all these our Nigerian musicians when they release an album, you see, when you go and see millions, 2.5 million, 3 million viewers, that's when they're actually trying to make money. So, and I sing, I have an album, I can do all that and just make only money, or talk about things that there are things that when you talk about it, it scratches the air, and you see people flocking to your channel. We can do all that, but we believe that service to humanity, service to our community is paramount, and that's why we find ourselves doing this. So please, if you're gonna call, it is wiser to call from a direct line, because when you call from WhatsApp, other calls can cut in and prevent us from hearing you. But I have this first caller on WhatsApp. Please go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Aneta. I'm calling from Germany, and I think I have a solution
Go
to our
ahead.
problems, how to grow. Right now in America, the people are protesting, and the protest is on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
The next step, they're taking the protest economically. Economically means that they plan to stuff like buying black.
Mm-hmm.
As black race, we are plenty. We have the whole African continent. I think 90% of it Africans. We have Africans in Jamaica. We have blacks all over the world. We should keep to buying blacks. We have to lift ourselves. When we lift ourselves up, then this is the only way that all this black struggle will stop on this planet. Like here in Germany, we have Asian stores. They are the ones that supply the African community in Germany, which it should not be. We have black stores, but we don't buy from them because we hate our own people. They too are not competitive. They bring us things low class. And even if they open stores, they want to fill up the stores with their, you enter a store and it's full of black people. How will you enter? Like, you will be scared. It even scares other races from entering. We need to buy our own. We need to keep our own. We need to flaunt with designers made from us, black designers, not with Gucci and all that. That's the only way. We need to invest in, take loans from black banks, save our money in black banks, and they should give us low interest loans so that we are able to, invest, so that we are able to do stuff. We have Africa can produce enough to cater for the Americans, to cater for the blacks in Canada, to cater for, we need to start, and we need to teach our children this thing. We should start lifting ourselves up. We should right now only do black. That's the only thing. That's the better protest than going to the streets. Going to the street, they don't really hear us. And if we have the blacks even in America helping us fight our struggle in Africa, because their own freedom also depends on it. Like they should be a global. Yes, their freedom depends on it, and they don't realize it.
All right, all right.
The answer. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you very, very much. That's says we must do African, buy African, and support African. I want people to understand this. When you talk like this, when you hear someone talk like this, I don't want you to be misguided into thinking, oh, she's very racist. She says don't buy from any of us. No, 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 no. The reason why people talk like this, I need you to understand. Why they talk like this is because they are trying to say that Africa is already um, uh, marginalized economically, socially, and otherwise. So what they're trying to say is that we need to
Hello,
move.
good afternoon.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
What they're trying to say is that what she is trying to say is that it is time to kind of buy from Africa because African business is here, other people's business is here. So she's saying that if you had $10 to spend in a business that is not African, that it's about time you spend like $6 or $7 in the African business and spend $3 over here, so that the African can at least come up and balance out and stabilize. Thank you so much for that contribution. Go ahead, sir. Tell us your name and where you're
Yeah,
coming
hello, good
from.
afternoon. I'm calling from France. My name is Compass CKY.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to add a little to what the last caller just said from Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very wise for us to start patronizing our own products.
Mm.
And secondly, I I saw a video of somebody giving another piece of direction. She said they in America,
Can you speak up a
somewhere,
little bit?
he said they in America in
Mm.
July that we should just look for just one day. We shouldn't spend our money with the America and let them know that yes, the black is the ones boosting the economic there. So I think that is still another a way out. Let's keep spending our money within the black shops, then so that at least we should have a little regard and respect from those that are looking themselves as the superior over the black ones.
Mm.
So I think we should just start to embrace our own things first. Let's begin to admire and cherish our own products instead of us patronizing everything, the white, the white, the white. So that is just my little contribution.
All right.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah.
But let me also add that we need to be very, very careful. We don't want to do the same thing we are accusing people of doing. We cannot just say buy only black, or then that means you're being discriminatory or you're fanning the embers of racism. No, 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 no. For me, I think what we're saying is that in a situation where maybe in the past people were not patronizing some shops that are owned by black people. Uh, what I hear people saying is, okay, it's time that you turn your attention and also patronize black shops. Don't just ignore that there are black shops, but I don't think it's an outright saying abandon people who are not black, because I don't believe there's a clear line where people are either black or white. No, people are black, white, brown, Asian, so many things. Hello, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Dr. Judy. My name is Owen. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good morning.
How's the family going?
We're good. How's your family?
Everybody's doing great, thank you. Yeah, I just want to contribute to what the lady is saying about patronizing our own business.
Okay.
Here in Georgia, we have a lot of African stores
Mm-hmm.
where if you go want to buy African things, they don't have what you want. And here in Georgia, we have a Chinese store
Mm-hmm.
that when you go, everything, everything you need in Africa, they
Mm.
have it in their store.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you want to go to the African store, but you look at it like, why going to African store where I know if I go to the Chinese store, I can easily get what I need. I don't need to be running to African store. Oh, they don't have this. They don't have this. Then
Mm.
you end up going back to the Chinese store. So we all just go to the Chinese store and buy what we need. You
Mm.
go to the Chinese store, you see African buy more stuff from them than going to the African store to buy things.
Mm.
There's a store that was closed, open close to me. I personally go to the store, talk to the lady. I said, look, you have a nice store, you just open it. Can you try and get everything that we need so that instead of going here, you don't have it, then you go here, instead of driving around, you just go to one spot, get what you want, and go home.
Mm.
I've been to that twice. Every time you go there, they don't have what you want. So you end up going to the Chinese store.
Okay.
So if there's a way, African people, if you have your business, you understand, make sure you have everything that we need in Africa to cook or to whatever we need. Instead of going to other people's store to buy things,
Mm.
like going to Walmart, to Kroger to buy something, make sure you cook to your store so that when African people come, they don't have to go from here to here to here to here. And again, one more thing, Dr. Chido, when you go to African store, their price is more higher than the Chinese people.
Okay, I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Anyways, thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much for calling. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Chido.
Yeah. Don't forget, we are not focused only on one topic. You can call in with any topic at all. And we're not only focused on black people. We can talk general trends, what's going on in the world, but especially something you see about our channel, something you would want us to focus on, something you would want us to drop. That's what this is all about. So let's not forget that it's not just about focusing on buying Africa. But yes, I agree with people who are telling us to buy Africa. It is important. The last caller said that African stores don't have everything that he wants. Well, that's exactly what we're saying. We're saying try to buy the ones that they have so they can grow bigger and stock the shop with everything you want. Some people don't realize that for a store to carry every single thing that you want, it depends on their capacity. It depends on their cash flow. It depends on how solvent they are. It's not, you have to start small. And Africa, we have been dealt a very very wrong hand in the deal, and so we keep trying to get up, and it's not easy. So when you transmit or when you translate this in the business field, it just means that we need all the help that we can get. The African business person needs all the help that they can get. But we're not just focusing on African business. Remember, today is open mic. You can call, and today is the day you can call and tell me off, because some days when you want to do that on the comment box, I see it and I delete it. Today I give you the right to call me and tell me anything you want. You can also call and disagree with something that you think we've done. Some of you say, no, Dr. Chidi, I can't believe that you're doing this. You just type it, and I say, if I catch you, I will punch you in the nose. I see some of those. As you know, it's not all the comments that I get to read, but yes, it's a day I give you permission to call and comment and let us know how you feel. Let us know. There's so many issues around. I'm telling you, there's tons and tons and tons of issues around the world, you can call and let us know what you think about these things. Let me go to the comments page. I know it's not everybody. Some of us are working right now. Some of us are in places where it is not possible for you to pick up your phone and call. So, to all of you that are in that state, I want to say big ups to you. Thank you so much. I can see you. You have your earpiece in your ear, and your phone is hidden in one corner of your desk, and you're peeping, and you're seeing what's going on, and but you can't respond. You can't make a call. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being a subscriber. Um, I have another call calling in. Okay. Hello. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from. But hold on, before you say anything, let me thank all the people that are commenting on the chat room. Um, I can see hello Biafran land, greetings from Germany. Hello everyone, I appreciate your good work. Good afternoon from UK. Totally failed states, talking about Nigeria. Exactly, that
Yeah,
affects okay, hold on 1 second, caller. Just hold
yeah.
on. Hold on, just hold
Hello,
on.
good evening, Dr. Chidi.
Hold on 1 second, please. It says there's a point in what the caller is saying. Okay, more grease to your elbow. All right, I'm gonna come back and read comments, but let's have the my sister on the line. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello, Dr. Chidi. Here's Jenny B. I'm calling from Germany.
Go ahead. So many
So I
German
just,
listeners
yeah,
today.
hello. I just want to say 2 points, yeah. Yeah, just for my opinion, I don't know if it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, first, I still want us to go back to maybe once in 2 weeks or once in a month on Friday to our midnight prayer again.
Okay.
Yeah, because we start prayer, there is nothing, because our prayer really works. Even this COVID-19 that come, we know it's no, nobody pray for COVID-19, but this COVID-19 has really helped us in Nigeria to open our politics, our politics, their young, so that we can see what they are covering in the stand. It really
Okay.
expose them. Yeah.
So you want us to
And
go back to you want us to pray on Friday.
yeah, Friday, this midnight prayer, you understand? If we can still do it again for every, we can pray for everything, you understand? Because we are here, our country, we don't know how we are going to do it, because I'm concerned about all the whole world, but I'm especially concerned about my country, Nigeria, because I have many siblings there, because I come from a polygamous home.
Oh
So
wow.
I'm also interested of my neighbors, friends, because no matter what you have here, you can't satisfy everybody.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And when you give this, you don't give this, you are a bad person. Even when you give today, tomorrow you don't give, you're
I
also a
know.
bad person.
Tell me about
So,
it.
so
You
that
can't
is why
solve the
we
problem.
just have to pray if things can still change, because we are hoping for change. We are hoping for a better place for
All right.
Nigeria, you understand?
All right.
Yeah, and my second point is about for more election, you understand?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't know what is the next because of this COVID-19. We heard, my sister told me that they are going to reopen on the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know how things is going well, so that you can also live there to see his family too. Because
Yes.
we are with our family, because
I
this guy
know.
is just there.
I know.
Yeah. So we don't know how far. We just want to know what is the next step. Yeah. And yeah, I don't have so much to say. I still want to thank you and your wife, yeah, and everybody on the line. And our brother, Ola Dekani, yeah, he's
yeah.
doing a great job, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know you have much contact with him, yeah. I just one person. I don't want his friends. I'm also his friends to be angry. If his broadcast can be a little bit short, because sometimes when you put it there, you cannot finish watching it. You understand? So you just have to pause and you go away. You understand?
Yeah.
So, and if you can also let us for more election or for Nadukanu, if we can be making a short video or a short voice message, we use our language to interpret to speak to our people, so that they can understand, because there are people with grassroots, they don't understand this English that we are speaking. Even me, I don't go to school, you understand? But we can speak our language, so that our grandmother, our grandfather, they can understand. Just for 2 minutes off, you give 5 minutes, somebody can send it to you, then you can upload it. You understand? This will can also help to get to the grassroots.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very
So
much.
yeah,
Okay.
so thank you very much.
I
Yeah, so let
appreciate
me
you so
yeah.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this last caller just blew me away with something that she said. Of course, she said it's good for us to go back to praying, and of course, we would do that. We would actually do the prayer. But the only thing is, I don't want to just pray just for praying. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing we're trying to make Nigerians understand that the Bible says you watch and pray. So it's not just in praying. Prayer is good, but you need to back your prayer with action. So it's important that we pray, but it's important that we also back up our prayer with action. The caller on WhatsApp, you need to call from a direct line because just as I was talking, they cut off your call. Sorry. And the caller on the
Hello.
line, hold on, please, just stay on the line. So what I was saying is the last caller, I like what she said. She said we should go back to doing our prayer. So maybe we're gonna do it on Friday. We're gonna do our midnight prayer on Friday. And again, she said it is important that it says tell Namde Kano and tell Omoyele Shore that it is important they do short messages that are translated in our local languages so that people who are in the villages, people who don't understand English, can understand the message we are putting out there. Very, very, very important. I like that. Short messages that are done in our local languages so that the message can get to the grassroots. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Lucky. I'm calling from Dakar, Senegal.
Go ahead, Lucky.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Well, please, I would like to talk about issue with it. Last time I called you privately. I don't know whether you have done it. Well, I think,
Hold on, please. Hold on. And then our sister also talked about Omoyele Shore, and she says she doesn't know what's going on. Yes, the courts will soon resume, and the case will, initially they said they were going to do online virtual court and all that, but we knew it wasn't going to happen because Nigeria doesn't even have a secure platform and all of those. Well, we knew it wasn't going to happen, so it didn't happen. So we are hopeful that when the courts resume, the case will get on the way, and the lawyers of Omoyele Shore, all our lawyers, they're actually our lawyers, they'll be able to carry on with the case and get him finally completely free from their manipulations and their court system. Omoyele Shore likes to say that I am free because he's free in the mind. His mental freedom is the most important thing, and as far as he's concerned, he's totally free. But we're going to wait for the courts to finalize all those their shenanigans. So go ahead, continue, my brother.
Yeah, no, last time I said I talked to you about. I told you that but I cannot get in direct. That you can talk to him for him to speak to Sanusi, something like that. You remember?
Sanusi, yeah, but yeah. So let me address that.
I don't know whether you forget whether you talk to him.
No, you said I should tell Omoyele Shore to try to talk to Sanusi and see whether you can join with him. Well, just to let you know, Omoyele Shore is somebody who has he has a lot of connections. He has friends in all of these places, and if you during his campaign, he visited when the Sanusi was the Sultan of
yes. I'm aware.
Okay, so he visited him that time. So he has access to these people, and I just want you to know he has access to them, and he knows what he is doing. Everything has its time. You understand. So we also.
Sometimes you have a lot of things. You have a lot of things ahead. You have to be assisting, so maybe you can forget some things. That's why
No. I appreciate your suggestion, and a lot of these things. Even if I don't call him directly to tell him exactly what you're saying, by a lot of the ways that he discusses and engages in his dealings. I am sure that he is making contact with as many people as he deems necessary right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you so
Okay.
much. I mean,
Okay.
I appreciate what you said.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you very much.
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So please let's keep the suggestions coming in. Let's. Oh, oh my goodness, you're still on the line. Okay, go ahead on the WhatsApp line.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Dr. Chid, my name is Okay. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Okay, go ahead.
So, actually, yes, on a quick one,
Mm.
the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, Wazirika, and Asari Dakobo,
Yeah.
which has been a topical issue on the social media in recent days.
Mm-hmm.
You could see Wazirika swearing with the Bible, and Asari Dakobo swearing with the Holy Quran,
Mm.
and Nnamdi Kanu sort of tried to run an expose on them. However, whatever that transpired in the past, let it belong to the wasteful biscuit of history. My concern is, since you've been trying to, play the middleman in this game now, and every people are keying into your platform because they have seen how neutral, how plain, and how truthful you've been and honest in this game. So I would request that you should one day bring them together, even on television, on one of your programs, so there will be a discussion, a conversation where everybody will air his view, express his opinion and his anger on each other, so that they'll be able to confront each other, look on each other eyeball to eyeball, just like you did on Saturday, this Zoom conversation among the Igbos.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
the three of them, who are the people we are looking up to in this struggle, let them bring them together on your show. People will call in, ask each other. Well, they ask one other question. Three of them will appear there. People
right.
from outside will call in and ask the question as well. So let us nip this thing
In the
let
board,
us nip this in the
yes,
board
yes, yes.
before it creates more division amongst us. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
That's the only thing I wanted. So that I'll give you for freedom to call.
Thank you so much. Thank you
God
very
bless you,
much.
sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for recognizing what we're doing. We really don't even want to. We didn't start broadcasting it that this is what we're trying to do. Initially, people misunderstood us. They're like, why did you bring this other person? Why did you bring that other person? And we've tried to remain consistent. And we are hoping that with time, people will begin to appreciate and understand what we're doing. Look, you can't say that we are brothers and sisters and on one hand, and then on the other hand we reject the fact that we are brothers and sisters, or we refuse to stand firmly. If look, hold on, the person on the WhatsApp line. If we say we're brothers and sisters, we must act that way. My people have a proverb na iwe nwanne adelu n'ọkpụkpụ. That means the annoyance that you have for your brother or your sister, the malice you have for them, it doesn't get into the bone. It's just skin deep. It's skin deep. It doesn't get into the bone. It's something that one day you just shove it off, just brush it off one of these days. So all these people who are angry with each other, all these people who are mad at each other, who are when you see your brother and sister holding themselves by the truth, what do? Do you go, you're a bad person if you go and carry a stick and be beating the other one? No, what do we do? As Africans, when we see two people fighting, whether they are people we hate, we always come and separate them. That was one of my greatest shock. First time I was in the diaspora. First time I traveled, I saw that when people are fighting, people just gather and look at them and just allow them to fight. Nobody tries to separate them. I said, which kind of human beings are these? But as Africans, when we see people fighting, we try to separate them. That's what we all, I'm hoping that you guys are understanding that that's what we're trying to do. So we will keep reaching out to everybody, keep inviting them on our platform, so that as they keep pouring out, as they keep on expressing themselves, we are hoping that God will help us to find a peaceful solution to all our differences. It will happen because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for justice, for peace. We're all looking for unity, and it is more difficult to actually practicalize it than to say it. So we'll continue to build bridges, and we just encourage you to help us in doing that. The caller on the line, I don't know if you're still there. Can you go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from? Hello, the caller on the WhatsApp line. Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from? Oga, we dey hear you.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, we dey hear you now. We dey hear you.
Okay, my name is Mother. I'm calling from Jakarta.
I can't hear you loud though. You need to talk louder.
My name is Mother Brody. I'm calling from Jakarta, Senegal.
Okay, from Senegal. Go ahead, Mother Abuchi. But make it louder.
Okay, I want to comment on the issue talking about.
Okay.
Our leader.
Okay.
And,
Mother Abuchi.
everybody
Mother Abuchi.
wants to be very well.
Mother Abuchi. You are not loud enough. Just speak up so that we can hear you, okay?
The issue name Ketana, everybody wants to be relevant.
Okay.
Onye ọbụla chọrọ ka a na-anụ olu ya.
Mother Abuchi, hold on. You see, we have about 58,000 subscribers. Only a small percentage is Igbo, a small percentage is Hausa, a small percentage is English. If I don't have any problem with speaking your dialect, but when you speak it, you have to interpret it or just speak in English so that everybody can can hear what we're saying. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Over 2 months now. Since COVID-19 is only our leader.
Guys, it's so difficult when you're calling from WhatsApp. I think it's better to just buy a call card and call directly. There are so many calls that keep cutting this thing off. Go ahead, Mother Bruce. Go ahead.
So everybody wants to be there. Yes, everybody wants to be very bad. That is mentioned. There are all these people that is coming out to mention Nnamdi Kanu name, IPOB, all those things. For them to Nnamdi Kanu to speak to them, respond to them, so that people can still know the answer in the struggle. You and I know the truth. All these people, they are not interested in the well-being of the masses. These people have make money through people they claim they are fighting for. You and I know the truth. All of them are living good. After the Okoba has building in Cotonou, he has a university, he has a house in Cyprus. Many places, the guy is a billionaire in dollar. The guy is not interested in the so-called Niger Delta. He just come out to internet to cause confusion, to talk about Nnamdi Kanu, to talk about money or no money. Money did not contribute. You are not a member of the organization. Understand? The man is a confused man. He will speak today, I don't know where he stands. Tomorrow he come out and say, we are Niger Delta. Tomorrow we are South South. Yes, tomorrow we are Biafra. Just a confused man. But I know our leader. What Nnamdi Kanu said, if there is no trouble, he will look for one. He will create one. So that he can bury this argument. Over since 2 years now, 3 years. Since this
Okay, see what I'm saying? There's a direct call that has cut you off. Hello, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, is that Mr. Chidi?
Yes, this is Mr. Chidi. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, this is Zako. I'm calling from UAE.
Okay, hold on, Zako. I just want to address the last caller. Please, when you call, when you call, guys, we are all about being peaceful, trying to make peace. You can make your point, but let's if we say that we are all from the same place, if we say that we are brothers and sisters, let us always project to what happens later when we finally make up. So let us choose our words. Let us choose the things that we say. Excuse me. Let's leave this thing sometimes for the two or the three people who are fighting and who are angry and who are bashing themselves. Let's be the ones that are trying to unite and trying let's be the ones pouring water in the fire. All right, go ahead, my brother, and you have the floor now.
Okay. Dr. Chidi, first of all, I have to commend you. It is not easy. What you are doing is not an easy one.
Mm.
I really followed you up. Yeah, the people that are inviting and the invited ones, they are very good because all of us are one.
Mm.
We cannot, like people saying you shouldn't call this person. It's not true. You have to call everybody. So we need to hear all of them out, which you did. It was a nice one. So, but for me, I look at it this way. All of them are freedom fighters, and all of us are one. But in this situation, we have to look at first a structure that we think that will lead us to our destination. I saw Mr. Tony Nandi that said that
Nadi.
Lower Niger, Nadi. I saw that it's a Lower Niger Congress.
Yep.
See, to me, I don't know who is his president. He says he's the secretary and the other executives. But that is by the way. He should look at it. We are fighting for one thing. If the majority is on the IPOB, what you need to do is to, instead of attacking, because from what I saw that day you invited him, he was busy calling criminal this one. That is not what we want. If what he's doing you don't like it, you can concentrate on your own front. But to me, I would advise Nadi to, if he can collapse and see reason, that's his advice. He should give it to the IPOP leader or IPOP as the executive, whatever, for them to challenge this very well. After Okobo was busy, I am going against Nandikal because of maybe, I don't know what they have in common before now, but they don't need to come to the outside and the words that they're telling him. But to me, Mr. Martin Nandikalo reacted after all of them might have insulted him. So he wanted to create so that the people following him will know truly, I am not like this. I don't even blame him because he's a human being. He has blood.
Of course.
People accuse him severally, and people might be thinking that this is who he is. So he needs to clear with facts. All of them, they call him criminal, or whatever they call him. None of them has ever seen that single proof. But they can rush to the media, to the internet and show and swear with the Bible and Quran. Just imagine them. Even if Carlo lied against them, you don't need to come to the word and swear. Is that the freedom fighting?
All
to
right.
me, it doesn't mean anything to me. They need to be matured in mind, like Wazirike and Asari. They need to be matured. What happened if he said that and you know it's true or not? You don't need to come and react. You react like a baby.
All right.
Understand?
All right. Thank you so much. That even cut off before I could touch the phone. So we're all saying the same thing. Remember, today is a day for your opinion. I may not like your opinion. You may not like my own opinion. But hey, live and let live. That's what we stand for. Make your opinion. It's your right. It's your own opinion. This is even if somebody doesn't like it, you don't owe them an apology. I can decide that what is red is blue, and say, look, for me, as far as I'm concerned, the way me I see it is blue. Nothing you can do. Even if you go and knock your head on the wall, it won't solve the problem. So everybody's opinion is welcome. Yeah, wow. Yeah, what's your name? You're calling from Minnesota.
Yep. My name is Deji, from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Wow, man, that place has been hot. I want to apologize on behalf of everybody on our channel. We sympathize with you guys. We sympathize with your city and everything that is going on.
Yeah, it is hell. It is really hell. There's a curfew and everything now. So
wow.
just to survive. Yeah, it's really crazy. They broke one of our windows 2 days ago.
Wow.
So, yeah.
One of your windows to your business place or your home?
Yeah. Close. One of the downstairs of our windows in my home, in my
Oh,
house.
in your
Yeah.
house. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you see,
Yeah.
that's one thing that it's important that we put out there.
Yeah.
Let's tell people on our platform that the things that you're seeing, some other
Yeah.
people have taken over this riot to turn it around for something very
Something-
terrible.
Exactly.
This is not the Black Lives Matter. They are not the ones looting. They are not the ones.
Yeah.
They, in fact, I saw one video where someone went in the night and they dropped packs of bricks in front of stores. Somebody is setting that whole thing up to give a back, and you notice that it's a lot. Sorry to say this, but a lot of the people who actually started, you see, there are white folks who belong to these white supremacist groups, the bad ones. They are the ones that are still going ahead to perpetrate this violence, so that to make it look bad on the black protesters and the black groups. You see, everybody. I saw in your city, white people came out, black people, Hispanics, everybody was together doing this thing peacefully. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I'm taking your time.
Yeah, they are just trying to cause chaos. I mean, even the police station that was on fire, there is an investigation going on that it was even a police officer that set it on fire.
Can you imagine?
They are just trying to cause chaos. Yes. I'm a big fan of yours. I've been following
you.
this show for a while.
Thank you.
Because I don't really have a lot of time, to contribute, and I'm so glad that I was able to at least, be able to call in today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm a huge what is it called, a Pan-African, and with the likes of Shure and you guys are really the people that motivate people like us, because you guys want the best for the country, and you guys really just want the success of the youth and the country to move forward. But the way this thing is going, I'm really losing hope in Nigeria right now. Nigeria as a country, I'm losing hope in it. And I don't know if, because I'm a Yoruba person, and I'm in support of Biafra, I'm in support of Ududua. I believe that we've been patient enough. We've been really, really patient enough. So I'm hoping if there's a way, we could dialogue, the Yoruba people and, my Igbo brothers, if there's a way we could come up together and, push this thing forward. Because seriously, to my own understanding, I believe the problem of that country is the Northerners. The shambolic state we are in that country right now is majorly the Northerners. The Fulanis, the Hausas are causing chaos in the country. So they are really disrupting, the peaceful of our country, and I think it's high time we wake up.
All right.
Also, one thing I want to chip in again is, I don't know. I learned Mr. Shure is still in custody. I don't know, what his motive is, what his plan is. I would like to see if he has a contribution about all this development, because I'm part of the committee here in Minnesota, representing the Afenifere of the Oduduwans here. So, So my push is, I'll be so glad if we can come together. Because I didn't see future in Nigeria as a country anymore. That's just a fact.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was our brother from Indianapolis, Minnesota. For all you people that like to form, you see, just learn. That's why you come to this platform. You see us as they talk. I know you say Minnesota, Indianapolis, Minnesota. No, that's not how you say it. You said Minnesota, Indianapolis. And so with the talker, just to teach you forming here, so that when you talk, people will just think, say you just leave Yankee yesterday. So just like watch my lips, Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Minnesota, soda. No, they talk sota. Minnesota. Which one is Minnesota? Minnesota. Water. Anyways, Coming to what our last caller said, he said he's beginning to be tired of Nigeria. I'm like, bros, wake up. The train has left the station a long time ago. You're still beginning to be. We don't tire for the thing since. People don't understand the more election. Go and listen to his video. Listen to the last interview we did with him. Everywhere they ask him, what do you think about Nigeria and Biafra? He said, look, some people still think that he is preaching Nigeria and holding on to Nigeria. He said, no, that you talk about secession and withdrawing, and that people have already mentally left Nigeria. They've left Nigeria. There's nothing. What are you holding on to Nigeria? What is there to hold on to? You're drowning. You want to catch on. If you're drowning and you hold on to Nigeria, you don't die. Finish. So there's nothing. Nigeria is just like an empty shell, walking, like dead man walking. That's what Nigeria really is. So I don't think a lot of people in their right senses are clinging to Nigeria. The only thing that you see people doing is we're using Nigeria as a geographical location. We will still make reference to Nigeria. We'll still talk about the citizens inside Nigeria. And then when he says, the last caller says, is the people in the north, I want us to understand that it's not every northerner that is a bad person. No, it is for convenience. And when he's saying Yoruba and Igbo, I want you to know that it's not only Yoruba and Igbo. All these are nomenclatures and words that we have to use as a way of expressing ourselves. But between when someone says Yoruba and Igbo, there are many other people within these two groups that are also campaigning for the same thing. When you say north and south, it's not just easy to just throw a blanket and say the northerners. No, it's not just the main people that are giving us headache. Is some bad people, some bad Hausa Fulanis, some bad Fulanis. I can tell you, if those people can just change their mind and become born again. And when I say born again, don't kill me. I'm not saying they should go and become Christian. I mean, if they can have a change of mind, things will be better for people. But those are the ones that are causing this havoc, and that's why people of Biafra say we know do again. Or to do what people say we know. Even Arewa people who are the original northerners, they don't want to do again. So let us understand what we mean when we say these things. Guys, let's call and talk about so many other things. The caller on the line on WhatsApp, go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah.
You need to turn me down on your TV, I think, or something you're watching me on.
Yeah.
What are you watching us on? Are you watching us on an iPhone or iPad or TV?
No, I'm watching in this thing, ordinary phone. Ordinary phone.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay, YouTube on the phone. Okay.
Yeah. From Malaysia. My name is Ifeanyi.
Ah, Malay boy. Go ahead, Ifeanyi. Now get money, oh.
Bro, don't be so, bro. Things don't change for Malay.
No problem.
Yeah. I'm very happy. I'm so happy the way you organize your program.
Thank you very much.
I'm very happy.
Thank you.
I give you a applause, my brother.
Thank you.
Continue your good work.
Thank you.
Great work.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you, okay?
The issue. Thank you, my brother. The issue of our leader, because I'm a member of IPOB.
Okay.
The issue of our leader and the Asri Dokubo and the Zurike. You know, three of them are supposed to handle this issue as a majority.
Yeah. My brother. Oh God. I don't know how we're gonna do this. It's better when you call with a direct line because they keep cutting you off. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to be quick.
Okay, thank you.
So go ahead. Are you done? Anyway, he has made his point. He said, Mazi Nnamdi Kano, Asari Dokubo, Wazurike, and every other person who is an activist, who calls himself an activist and a freedom fighter, they should show some maturity in the way they are going about it. But you have to understand this: people are angry. People are angry. So when people are angry, it sometimes if they don't, okay, you're back.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
I'm back online. I'm back online. I'm back online.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm
Before
back
somebody
online.
cuts you off, you need
Yeah.
to be
So
fast.
my advice to them is to let them come together and iron this thing out.
Okay.
You know, both of us are one.
Yeah,
We
sure,
are one
sure, sure,
blood.
sure.
We are one.
Mm.
No,
Nope.
no, you see, no one can run, leave his brother behind.
Yeah, yeah,
When
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you very
something
much.
happens, something makes our leader Nnamdi Kanu to voice out,
Mm,
because we know who he is. Something makes him to voice out.
mm,
The issue of Tony Nadi. Tony Nadi is a machine.
Okay, sorry, that's the most we can take from that. There's a caller on the direct line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Oh, it went off. Sorry, it's difficult for us when you call on WhatsApp. We can't sustain it. We can't stop other people from calling in. So please, you can buy a card and call on the direct line. It's always a better option for us. It helps us to be able to conduct this properly. So please help us and use the direct line to call. Trust me, that's the best thing to do. So please, like I said, go ahead and call. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you advise us to do on our channel, and whatever we have done through the week, you have, maybe you missed calling in one of our shows. This is an opportunity for you to call in. We're going to be finishing the program in a short while. Okay, I'm going to take Timothy Daniels. You're calling WhatsApp from UK. You have to make it quick so they don't call and cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. My contribution is that, you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Waziriki, Asari Dokubu, and the rest of the activists fighting, I think they should remember that person wey bend down, they look other people yash. The person wey go look your own yash, then you no go need to bend down. So they better act maturely.
Yeah.
They better act maturely and focus on what they are fighting for, because it seems they are getting to the point of destroying all they built over the years. If this is not the right time for Mazi to go into all those into that kind of accusation, this is not the right time. This is the time that the real action need to take place. This is not the right time. They need to come together and just get themselves sorted and face what they are facing, while other people also are facing whatever they are facing, in order to get everything sorted. It's only one enemy we are facing. Let them face that enemy and let everything get sorted. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your support all the time. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you, my brother.
Well done.
Oh, just on the right time. He's always calling. He's always sending me texts. He's always advising behind the scene. Go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, my name is Desmond. Please, I'm calling from Holland.
Yes, go ahead, Desmond from Holland.
Yes. Actually,
Desmond, where are you? Where are you listening to us? Where are you playing us? I can hear us in the background. What device are you using?
Well, I'm using a smart television.
Oh, so we're on television.
Yes.
And wow, our level don't go up. Oh. Anyway, Have you turned it down?
Yes, I've turned it down.
Okay, good, good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make your point.
Yes, yes. Actually, I watched this video today by BBI channel, and I was a little bit disappointed. I cannot lie to you.
You watched what? You watched what?
The video where Nnamdi Kanu and Asari Dokubo and
Wazirike. Yeah.
Exactly. Because what I'm just thinking is that are they not seeing what is happening? Are they not seeing what the Fulani people are planning for the Biafra? Why is it this time that, because it's now looking, the thing has gone viral and it looks like, are they kidding? Are they playing? Are they playing the followers? You know? So my contribution right now is for them to listen to themselves. Listen to themselves and call this thing a high time to come together and solve this issue. And well, there's one adage that says, charity begins at home. You first of all get a space, get ground, but you begin looking for mud. So this is not the time to start accusing each other of this. And if really, who knows who is saying the truth, there it is the time, really the time. Look at the people that have lost their life because of this
struggle.
cause. What are they going to say? What are these steps? Let's assume that their spirit is still watching what these people are doing now. Would you think that would they not be angry? You know,
I understand. I understand what you're saying, my brother. I understand.
I give Nnamdi Kanu a very good credit of what he's doing. And a lot of them that have this spirit of trying to get Biafrans free from this contraction. But the thing is that you cannot do it alone. That is only also the advice I have to give to Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
please.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. It said it is not the time to be tearing ourselves apart. And let me advise some of us who just want to take sides in this thing and tear this thing. If I talk like this, you'll be surprised. This thing is like a quarrel between a husband and a wife. Okay, when husband and wife are quarreling, you don't come there and you start beating the wife because you're siding the husband is your friend, or you come and start beating the husband because the wife is your friend. No wife will allow you to come to where they are fighting and quarreling and you come and start using something bottle to break the husband's head just because you want to show her that you're siding her. So it is important that we tread with caution. And he said something. He said a lot of lives have been sacrificed for that struggle, and people must look above this struggle. This thing has gone beyond you. To anybody who is angry, to anybody who thinks what they're doing is right, they have a right to be angry. Of course, everybody has a right to be angry. I'm telling you, I believe everybody has a right to pour out their minds. Okay, when you provoke people, of course they will react. A lot of this has been out of provocation, so we understand. But let's just apply some caution. And when we are angry, let us not. The Bible says, don't be angry to the point where it leads you into sin. Okay, however you want to interpret that. Let us be angry, but let our anger not be there permanently. Let us find a way to also, because tomorrow, trust me, tomorrow, all of these people, except to agree, they cannot work together. I say two cannot work together except they agree. Except we all come together and unite, have unity of purpose, we will not it doesn't matter. You are as strong as your weakest point. Some of us are actually wrong. in what we're doing and what we're saying. There's no how that in a case everybody can be right. You can say, oh, all of us are correct. What? No, 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 no. Somebody is wrong. But there's no person that is wrong all the time. And there's no person that is right all the time. No way. No person except Jesus Christ and God Himself. So if God has says none is righteous, then that means we all have our little things that we have done wrong. Even in a quarrel, I'm telling you, in a quarrel, even when you are right, there is something too that you have done to the other person. So I am hopeful that one of these days, for the sake of the people who have lost their lives to all of this struggle, that we find a way to find a common ground and settle our case. Remember, we're not just talking about Biafra and the struggle. There's so many issues that we need to be talking about. So please feel free to talk about anything at all. Caller on the line, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Holland.
Oh, I can't hear you. It's muffled.
I'm calling from Holland. I'm calling from direct line.
Okay, you're calling from Holland. Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I also think our English and Bangalore and Cal and all a lot of guys like Tony Naki, our side of the world. And then you should also, like Ravi said it all, they should be able to think beyond what is happening around them, and if they have followers, people who are looking up to them, and the struggle is now beyond what we're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I like what the guy from Finland, what he said, that he always play a role of mediator. I don't know if you watch his program. I always watch his program sometimes also.
Which person? Which person?
The guy's in Finland. He's from Finland. I think the guy's in Finland. He's from Finland.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you tell me his name or his channel, then we can check it out.
His name is Simon Ekpa.
Okay, Simon Ekpa. Yeah. We are hoping to bring him on the program too. Yeah.
He's doing marvelously well. He's doing great. I mean, he's unbelievable. I'll tell you. And one thing about him is that whenever we have this kind of problem, he comes as a mediator. I think if like what we're talking, if Ohanese or whatever it is they call themselves, they are really at the right top of their game, and they are really playing the role of of elders in reality. They are the people who should step into this time in this kind of situation and try to call these guys together. So what I mean, I'm trying to present it in a way that they should come down, and see beyond what is happening around. I mean, everyone must have their shortcomings and the mistakes at times, and nobody's perfect. And also taking care of public is not an easy task. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think person like Simon Ekpa could play a million right now. I'm just waiting. I think he's going to do something. I believe. Even if he's hearing this, I know he's going to do something. If you can also reach him, let him take it, because I know he has most of this issue. But surely he can reach this issue that is happening around, because we really want to go beyond what we're saying. We still need fracas this time, we don't need problem this time. Oh, there's problem, we have our internal problem, we can solve it. It's like a brother issue, you know what I mean? But also let us go ahead and fight for common enemy. As you said, for example, more than 60 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Yeah, he was talking about Simon Ekpa. Simon has he does his broadcast on Facebook and on YouTube, and he's one of a lot of other people who are interested in finding a solution to what is going on in our homeland. And I appreciate what he does. We also wanted to bring him on our show because what we want to do is, for the people who are tuned to our channel, we want to bring them as many opinions as possible so that it helps them to take a decision. The last caller also talked about Ohanese Ndibo, which is a Pan-Igbo organization that is supposed to be like, they're supposed to act as our elders. You've heard Kano a lot of times fall out with them, and he's so upset with them. He says they are not playing the role that they should play. He's so frustrated with them. And in order to try to help these organizations to achieve what they're doing, tomorrow, by our usual time, which is 3 p.m. Nigerian time, we're going to be hosting the executive board chairman of the World Igbo Congress. We're going to be hosting him here. Please make sure you tune in. We want to ask him some of the questions that a lot of our listeners and our viewers are asking. It's going to be here on our studio via Skype, and we will be chatting with him. We're going to chat a lot of things. They are trying to raise money for our homeland. They're trying to raise money to try to help with the situation back home. They sent out some. They told me they're going to be raising this money through GoFundMe, through PayPal, through Zelle, through this other bank. They have a direct bank account that people can also donate into. But if you're here tomorrow, you'll be able, please, if you're here tomorrow, you'll be able to get details about how you can support what the World Igbo Congress is doing. There's also another effort that is being done by Igbo Union in conjunction with IPOB and other people in Canada. It's coming out of Canada, but it's also worldwide. They also have a worldwide reach, okay, in their approach, and I will be having them as guests again on our show when they are ready with a date. We're also going to promote that, and we'll promote anything, any way, anything that we can do to try to bring the plight of our people to the front burner, so people know what is going on, and anybody who is doing anything at all to bring about a solution to what is happening back home, we will support them. So please make sure that tomorrow you join us by 3 p.m. as we chat with Professor Anthony Ejiofor, the Executive Board Chairman of World Igbo Congress. All right, I'm going to take like one last call, and then we're going to close the show and go and sell our markets. As an Igbo man, I have to sell markets. Anyhow, there's a lot of market that have to be sold there. So when we do the talking, we go and sell our market. We have to go and open shop. My shop is closed. Anytime I'm talking here, that means that my shop is closed and customer is waiting for me. I need to finish and go and open my shop for my customers. So that make I do make I do first sales. Okay. But go ahead and after that too, have another guest. It's gonna get so interesting. Tomorrow we have World Igbo Congress, Professor Anthony Ejiofor, and as I told you guys too, on Thursday I have Amir Appeal. He is from Benue State, and he was going to be talking to us about the agitation from the Midwestern axis, Midwestern Nigeria axis. Is going to tell us what is happening from that angle. Just to let you know that this agitation is everywhere. The person that said it was he's still wondering whether he still believes in Nigeria. I'm going to let you know that a lot of people no longer believe in the Nigerian state. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from, and you are going to be our last caller. Please, guys, this is our last caller. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. God bless you, Dr. Chidi.
God bless you too.
More anointing. Yeah, I'm calling from Dublin. My name is Dennis.
Go ahead.
And I'll listen to a program. because why I call, because some of those stars, I say the good work you are doing, God bless you, more anointing.
Thank you very much.
I want to beg our Igbos, brother. I know I'm not an Igbo, but I'm from Edo State. But recently, I know that Igbo, they are the owner of Edo State, Igodo. Because when I was growing up, people always said, you have to look like Igbo. You look like Igbo. Our family, let us, because I always do something like Igbos. Anybody see me there, I said, I'm from Edo State. They say, no, but it resemble Igbo. It resemble Igbo. It's true, this Ujisu, when he was talking about the history of Igbos, I didn't know that I didn't know we are the same. We were living together before until when they drive us away. No stop. I'm from Isha. I want to beg Igbo people, their brothers and sisters, that they should support Ignorantly Kano. Nobody, you say one song just now, nobody doesn't do mistake. Nobody is perfect. It's only God, the creation of heaven and earth, that doesn't do mistake. We should support Ignorantly Kano for him to fight for Biafra. You see what is happening. Since I have been like this, I've never seen Igbo man or president in Nigeria.
Hold on, my brother. There's something that keeps happening on this show, and we're trying to stop it. And a lot of our callers have always asked me to do this, so I'm going to do it for the first time. You say you're where? You are in Shang?
Yes.
Okay, can you talk to us in Asian language? Okay, you don't do. Why I say this is that sometimes people actually pretend just to make a point. Somebody who is not even Asian, just to make a point and make you look like Asian people, they just start calling and say, oh, look, me, I'm from this place, I'm from this, we support. So I'm glad. So you understand what I just did now? I want to prove, I want to also be convinced that you are an Asian man. So please go ahead. Thank you for what you're saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the Igbos, please, I want to beg all Igbos brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You should support Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever any mistake that Nnamdi Kanu will do, you say what to say, like nobody has done mistakes. But Nnamdi Kanu has opened our eyes. They have opened not only Igbos, whether Yoruba, Hausa, they have opened everybody's eyes. Everything Nnamdi Kanu predicted, and everything is happening in Nigeria. I think we should be right. I've never seen where they put Igbo man for president. Even though Vice says it's a problem, it's not right for the Igbos. Because myself, I'm a right Igbo man. I'm an Igbo man. I'm from Isha. For me, why they don't allow Igbo to do president? It's a very big problem in Nigeria. I think Igbo people, we should not fight ourselves for national TV or for this program. We let us unite together to get this Biafra.
Thank you.
Biafra, Nigeria will be free.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bless you too. Yeah. You guys heard what he said. What he says that really is the truth. But me, I'm ashamed to say it, so I don't want other people to hear what I'm going to say. They call me Dr. Chidi, and I'm supposed to learn, know plenty something. But it be like say Nnamdi Kanu from his broadcast. Now they learn a lot of history. When I learn and finish, I will go outside and be bragging. But don't tell anybody that I said it too, because they say, Dr. Chidi, you don't even know history. Okay? Just keep it to yourself. So, like I was saying, we can take another call. Like I was saying, the last caller, we appreciate what you're saying. You're right. Asian people lived together with Igbo people. You just need to go and read history, and that if there's any, if you can if you can navigate, if you can dodge the lethal weapon that Nnamdi Kanu throws in his broadcast, if you can dodge it and just listen to the history that and information he gives there, it will benefit you a lot. That's what I do, and I have been blessed by his speeches, and that's why we would always broadcast Nnamdi Kanu's speech. Anytime he comes live, we will broadcast it because he has a lot of his speech is rich. It is rich. Whether you like him or you hate him. You know, there are some people that, well, you hate them, but you're still. Some people, they come to me and they say, "Brother Chidi, you are a very, very foolish man," and still they're listening to me. Please don't go away because I said it. So let's continue to encourage one another, support one another. You know, this na race, is a marathon, no be dash. We will rub ourselves the rough way. We will annoy ourselves, but at the end of the day, let us not lose sight of the goal. Come back again, guys. You know, we've been loading up things to keep you guys informed and to keep you guys updated in what is going on Saturday, same time at 3 p.m. West African time, 6th of June, right here on this channel. We're going to be chatting with MC Chaz. Let's soften things a little bit. We're going to be talking with MC Chaz. MC Chaz is a very, very okay guy. The guy is very okay. That's all I can say. He's a very okay guy. If you've listened to his skits, if you listen to his videos, he's somebody that calls a spade a spade. He just says it like it is, and I want him to come and talk to us. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, relationship. Why is it that people always run home to go and get wife when there are so many beautiful ladies, you know, here? Would you want to marry them? Why is it that ladies will go and import a man from outside? You go to Africa, import a man to abroad, then later the boy will start to misbehave, and then you're wondering why, when there are so many beautiful, maybe beautiful or handsome men where you are. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what makes a relationship. We'll talk about politics from our own perspective as young people, as people of our generation. We will look at Biafra struggle and what it means to us, where we agree, where we disagree. We'll look at all of that. We'll talk about police brutality also. Okay, so these are all the points that we're going to be looking at, and many more. We'll take your questions, we'll take phone call, but that is on Saturday. Don't forget, we have that on Saturday, and these are all the things and all the important beautiful people. I like to say beautiful because it makes me sound Awarian, you know, makes me sound, you know, you want to go on. Just say handsome. Handsome is not, when you say beautiful, I like to use words that have RR, because when you talk like that, then people know you are abroad. And beautiful, you know, handsome, no get T, so you can't even say strong. You can't use that to form. But when it's beauty, because of the T in beautiful, you can say beautiful, you know, beautiful people are gonna come in beautiful. All right, guys, please have yourself a beautiful day, and from all of us here in no, that's not how you say it. You say, from me, from here, it's goodbye.